So this is for middle school. This is incoming sixth graders through incoming eighth graders. So this summer we are doing a summer camp with them, and it's called Mix. And so the theme this year is going to be the rest of your life. So I got a little hype video that is actually of the middle school group that we took a few years ago when I was at Southbrook. So I'll show you guys that. It'll give you a little insight into what it is. It's June 17th to the 21st. It will be at Cedarville University, so not that far away. So it's a decent trip for students to be away, but still not be too far away at middle school. So as you can see, it is a 36-minute drive from the church. And so with that being said, Tiffany, why don't you talk about the next portion?
All right, well, transportation. So it's a little bit different than say like the mission trip where we all drop off at the church. The cool thing about Mix is that they allow parents to see like where your kids kind of like be staying for the week and see their dorm and stuff like that. So parents, we're just asking, or actually drop off time and move-in time is at 1 p.m. on Monday. So Monday's kind of like a half day. And then Friday is a Friday morning pickup from the school as well. And so with that, we understand with hopefully there can be some flexibility, but with work, but if not, ideally you'd be able to take your own students and see like how they'll be living for the week. If that is not possible, there are other parents who will be taking their kids. And so you guys can work out some carpool situations. And then if a carpool, if that is not a possibility for you, then we will have some leaders who will have some space available to take some additional students. But we just won't have a ton of those spots. And so if you fall into that last category, you'll just want to let us know. And then maybe we can hook you up with a carpool, or if not, then we can find another like leader who can either take your child or pick them up. All right. So Mix, did you want to do this one?
Our total cost for Mix is $379 per student. So through our fundraising efforts, we are able to knock that down to $200 per student. We have 40, right around 40 slots. So it's a 1-to-8 ratio, 1 adult for every 8 students that goes. So we have about 40 slots available. And so what we're looking at within this is, with that 200, we can break that down into a payment plan to where you can do $50 when you sign up tomorrow, or what, Friday? Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Friday, and then 50 on the 1st of April, May, and then June. So all we're asking is that all 200 is paid before we leave. That way it's covered. So that is including their lodging, their meals for the week. So they will be staying in campus dorms. There will be two a room, and then 1 adult stationed within every 4 rooms. So students stay by themselves, adults will have their own room, but they will be in close proximity. The bathrooms are college style bathrooms. So Stephanie, you would have an understanding similar to what, your kids deal with at school too. That they're all private stalls. It's not just like your old high school gym shower room. So like not anything like that.
Yeah,
But it is
it's a hall style,
one,
not suite style.
right. Right. So it's at that cut that they would do have a community bathroom, but it's all that has privacy throughout it. And then we're eating at the cafeteria for our meals. Which out of all places you could go, this is one of the better ones, because Cedarville has some really good food. And they have lots of options. So when you walk in, it's like, you can go over here for pizza. You can go over here for pasta. They have a burger bar. If all else fails, they always have ice cream at dinner. So you can like eat nonstop ice cream if that's your deal. Last year, I actually got them to open it up for breakfast because, or 2 years ago, because like I wanted ice cream for breakfast and they told me it was okay. So, it's good for me too.
And then the mom side of me will make sure your child has something other than ice cream while they're there.
Well, come on. All
Balance.
right. But there's lots of options. So even the pickiest eaters can find something there. Honestly, there's
That's true.
so much. And so it's a really good option for them. Um, the overall look at camp too, it is all geared and designed for middle schoolers completely. So it's hitting their level of development, and challenging them where they would be spiritually, emotionally. And so that's what's really cool about doing this. Within that time too, really awesome chapel services. The worship is you saw the video. It's like the kids are really into it. It's packed out. For some of them, it's the largest worship experience they've been in, you know.
My cousin's
then-
son graduated from there.
okay. So very familiar with campus.
Yep.
So the coolest thing about that too, though, is that we get to spend 2 different times a day. We actually have group times where we will break down the material and talk about it in smaller groups. And then throughout the whole week, the kids are playing what's called Outer Rim. And so that's the games. So we will be split up and we'll be combined with other churches, and we will be assigned a color, and we'll be assigned and probably an animal. It's usually what it is. So you notice that the kids were all wearing yellow on our video. We were the yellow pandas that year. I'm not sure how pandas are yellow, but we were yellow. So, once again, every day, a lot of kids were wearing yellow every day, or at least wearing their mix buff, which we typically get. It helps identify the teams, and it's just fun. But outside of that, the week is just, it's an amazing experience, and especially the way that it's geared for the students. And so, outside of that, I can't say enough about it, because I've taken students for several years now. In fact, a lot of the kids you saw in that video, You saw two of mine. Colton had his face covered on the mixed one, and was running stuff up, and Dakota was in there on the knee slide. But out of that group of kids, those were all my small group kids all the way through graduation a year ago. And so that's the kind of bond that, in fact, that was from their 6th grade year. So it was a while back. But
Well, you
that
got
was their 6th
Isabella
grade
hooked.
year.
You got you the Star Wars cup.
That's right. So I mean that helped really form our small group bond by starting the summer out that way for our 6th graders, which was really cool. So I'm really excited about it. So questions? Any questions you guys have real quick?
Real quick, I'll probably be paying for it, but you said you needed parents, or do you have all the parents for the, one parent for each, or for 8 kids, you said?
One adult. So
One adult.
the adults we use are typically our youth workers.
Okay.
So between our campuses, we definitely have enough people to pull from.
Okay. I didn't know if that meant, you needed parent or something.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. You get the drop her off and tell her to have a good week and come hear all the stories when you pick her back up on
Well, Stephanie will do that. I'll
Okay.
be at work.
Perfect. But yeah,
So-
outside of that, our volunteers will go. All of them have been put through our background check process, and they already are people who work with our students, so they have a relationship with our students. So that makes it really good in that realm.
Good. Sounds
I have a
good.
question, Brian. Will is thinking he might like to invite a friend or two to go with him.
Or 5, that's fine too.
Or 5. Well, you said you have about 40 slots. So I
Mhm.
guess I was wondering, are you gonna and I wouldn't be opposed to this. Are you going to reserve spots for Gem City Collective kids ahead of kids they bring in from outside of the collective? So that's one question. How competitive is it going to be to get a spot? And 2, if he does bring a friend, can he room with that friend?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
so we set up rooming assignments. They don't. So we
Okay.
get to put our kids together because we know who's going to mix better.
Yeah.
And so they leave that all up to us, which is really good. So yeah, that
Okay.
would not be a problem. As for, am I going to reserve it for, we've got 40 slots. I mean,
I don't
if-
know how many actual kids we have 6th through 8th grade between the campuses.
we have a
Yeah.
decent amount. It depends on who can go. We have a good incoming 6th grade group this year, which is exciting. It's also exciting because there are several of them who would be the ones who would invite friends, and that's really awesome. So
Okay.
like Will inviting his friends to Nerf Wars, and then I know we kind of talked then about mix that night because he
Right,
had
yeah.
told me to say something to him. So no, I'm not. We're going with first come, first served.
Okay.
And if we need more spots, we'll see what's available.